Because of a little bit of fractiousness within our ragtag band, the Varl are not going to be fighting at my side in the next battle, or what I'm assuming is going to be the next battle. I'm assuming that that's what's coming up very shortly, because a battle is always what's coming up in this game, unless it's the end. Nobody's hurt, so I think that the only possible place where we can go, since we don't have any more renown to spend, having spent it, I think very, very prudently on leveling people up, we will return to the gate, where surely more bloodshed awaits. Not that I'm happy about this. It's a grim task. All this killing. It's very grim. Like the rest of this game. It certainly has one of the most grim atmospheres. Apart from maybe Anvil of Dawn, if anybody's played Anvil of Dawn, which is like a classic from 1995, I'm sorry. Skogr gallops to you, breathing hard, gesturing quickly. You gather the dredge are assaulting from the front gates all the way down to the water's edge. The Sundr is just going to brute force the wall, Leaf says. Topple the whole thing, and this will become a killing field. Bad news for my clansmen, Elo adds. Many dead are missing, some to dredge, others to bedlam. Could have been worse, but it's all going wrong since the Sundr showed up. He does seem like a formidable force. Okay, I'm losing people already. Haven't even started fighting yet. Terrified villagers scream at the sight of dredge breaching the wall and mobs of people crushed together, trying to escape in any direction they can. Gather anyone who can hold a weapon, you shout. We travel down the wall, pushing back the dredge until those barrels are ready. And so our caravan rides forth, presumably toward the wall that we are now about to hold. We'll see if the wall will not hold, to quote Man of War. In this particular day, the wall will hold. As much as I love Achilles, agony, and ecstasy in 8 parts. We need to start patching those holes. For now, I suggest we focus on the dredge. Sorry, I'm neglecting my voice acting duties there for a second whilst wistfully reflecting on Man of War. Get ready, you shout. Dredge continued to slip through gashes in the wall like dark blood from an oozing wound. Be smart about it, and don't get reckless. We clear them out here, then move on to the next breach. And presumably there's about to be some bloodshed. And I'm not saying that's what I want, people. It's just what's necessary in this situation. War is upon me, like the hobbits in Lord of the Rings, whether I would ask for it or not, or whether I would want it or not, or whatever the exact quote is. So, yeah, because I don't have my Varls, who are obviously extremely heavy hitters, I have assembled this part of my ragtag band here. Let's make sure Petrus doesn't have any points available. And that it does have the advantage with Gudmundur, Egil, and Petrus. They all have the shield wall ability, so we are going to be presenting some formidable defense to the enemy. And, of course, we've got Rook, who is a killer, Canary, who is also a killer, and Skogr, who is very good at hitting, running away. In fact, that's really his what he specializes in doing. Does everybody have a magical item? No, that's interesting. What's this here? Trigby's necklace. Plus 20 to crit chance. Okay. Alright, I think that is going to go to Petrus. Then we have this gold wasp. Okay, plus 1 aggro. But because Gudmundur, yeah, his armor is fairly high, and he also has the shield wall ability. I think that we are fairly safe. Yeah, I don't like this Fallow's Revert thing. I never like to do anything that reduces my armor. I think that's generally not a good idea. I'm just surveying all of the items that I have here to make sure I'm not missing anything critical. I have a 12th level item here, but I do not have a 12th level character, tragically, so they cannot use it. No one in my party can use it. But I do have this gold wasp, which generally looks pretty good. An ornamental wasp crafted from pure gold for someone who found the imagery comforting in its own way. To the extent that a wasp can be comforting. If there's any wasp that can be comforting, it's this gold wasp that we see here, and I'm going to give it to Gudmundur, who's going to end up drawing some fire. Can I not give it to Gudmundur? Oh, is it because he's like he's not a playable character? That's interesting. Can Gudmundur not carry any? Oh, it's because his level is too low. Okay, I'm sorry. I was momentarily confused. All right. Okay, let's see. What else can I give him? What's this? Lightning Rune Stone. Plus 10% crit chance. Well, it's all I've got that I can really give him at this point, unless I'm missing something over here. That's the... Okay, dodge strength. I don't need to worry too much about him being able to dodge. But now everybody's equipped. And we're good to go. We trudge grimly off. Not asking for bloodshed, but about to dish some out. That's my ragtag band's attitude here toward combat. Okay, so what do we got here? We've got... what have we here?
That Sundr's going to keep tearing holes in the wall. One thing at a time. Dredge first.
We must make ready, as they say in Braveheart. Make ready to loose. Okay, so we have so we've got two of these vile Skogr queens next to the entirety of their melee force. We are not worried that much about the possibility of those things getting up on our flanks. Their stats are roughly equal to that of Canary, who is our archer and probably our character who is most vulnerable to being attacked. Was that? No, okay, alright, but there was like a stone guard up there that I hadn't noticed for a second. So what we're going to do is, the best thing to do is to march forward and present a shield wall to the enemy. And I'm not really that worried about the Skulker getting behind, going to the back rank. If I had a Mender or something like that in the party, I would be concerned about it. But I think the primary thing to do is to try to maximize our armor, because we're going to be taking a bunch of slinger hits on our way up to the enemy. And that can't be helped. So let's get this on. Okay, first off, I want to see how far they can move. It doesn't really matter because they'll be able to hit me. They can move forward and sling. So, well, my morale's really good. That's great. I have bonus willpower. And everybody, the Varl are notoriously slow. So at least I don't have them slowing me down. I'm going to move forward to the extent that I can. And I'm going to use my stone wall ability to try to minimize the damage that I take from slings. Now I'm going to get slung. But no damage. Excellent. Okay, let's try to get everybody up there and present a shield wall. That's great. Can I throw axes? Oh, I can't run through here. Alright. Oh, he can call for another random soldier. That's funny. Petrus seems like a really valuable character. He's about to take a sling shot right now, but that's okay. Oh, well, that did some damage. We're going to be right up in their face very soon, though. Gudmundur, I wonder about Gudmundur's ability to... No, okay, he'll just have to stonewall. Alright. We are going to bring the pain, though. Okay, he's going to throw his explosives. That's okay because we're about to move. Alright. We want to get the benefit of that. Skogr to get the benefit of that shield wall. Skogr is very mobile, and he'll be able to hit out and strike on the following turn. You know, to some degree, I think I may have forgotten the mechanics of how these explosives that are thrown by those slingers work. I think that they explode on the slinger's turn when it comes again. But actually, let me just look at that. Exploding in 5-tile area on the next turn. Is that the beginning of the turn? Oh, geez, I hope not. I hope we get the opportunity to move away from it at least. So I do think that they hit the shatter stones. There we go. No damage. That's precisely the result I'm looking for. How close do I need to get to shoot him? There, okay. So be it. I got the willpower to spare. We want to decrease their strength to the extent possible because we want them to do less damage when they hit us with their slings. That's good. The slingers will start getting isolated from each other. Okay, he did some armor damage to me. Okay, it appears that I can get up there. If I can do that, I can mark prey, which means that he's going to take a hit. This dog queen is going to take a hit. Take several hits, actually. That's going to take me 3 willpower. Is that worth it? I think it's probably more valuable to do some armor breakage there. Actually, I would like to decrease this guy's strength so that they can't keep damaging my armor. If I reduce their strength sufficiently, then they won't be able to damage my armor, and then it'll all be over for them. Okay, we're standing on these explosives, which is not ideal. We want to move up. And who is going to move next? He is, okay. Well, they don't have any reason to get up in our face and engage with us, these slingers. So I think we want to attack them to the extent that we can. And we want to get off these explosives that they have thrown. We want to do some armor. We want to do some strength damage if possible. He's going to throw some more explosives. Okay, so we definitely want to get out of where we're currently standing. And we want to create a shield wall, so we'll have those two adjacent to each other, and then we can whack this guy here. And we're rolling in the willpower, so we might as well do some strength hits. No damage, that's exactly what I like to see. Okay, so we could go there, and that would mean that we'll be off the explosives, I believe, safely, with all of our characters. It's going to take 3, but I don't want to take a lot of damage from the explosives, which, as I recall, are very damaging. And that Skogr Queen is also standing on the explosives, which is not going to bode well for her. I'm going to do some armor breakage. Okay, who took damage off that? Skogr Queen is almost dead. Dodge. Nice move. Okay. Skogr took a little bit of damage from that explosive, I believe. But the rest of us were effectively unharmed. Eagle has an armor of 22 now as a result of the shield wall that he's standing in, which is massive. That's like higher than the dredge stone guards. All right. Who do we want to hit here? We want to go after. Yeah, we can't go after him. Yeah, that's true. We can actually go up there and then move after we're finished with our attack. That's one of the benefits. This mule kick, break damage plus knockback, and then this dog queen is also going to take damage. What else can be done here? Okay, charge enemy. Okay. Okay, I think I am going to mule kick this slinger over here. And he's also going to be stunned, which means he's not going to sling me on the following turn. And I want to get away. I want to get the hell away from those explosives and into the shield wall. Now I'm going to take another sling hit. Not so bad. I'm going to make sure Canary is not going to take any damage from the slingers. She's going to do 11 to this Skogr Queen, who is basically out of the combat at this point. Oh no, she's actually going to kill the slinger. Okay, that's precisely what I want to be doing. Oh wait. I need to move up one. Alright, oh, I'm sorry, that was... yeah. I believe I need to be at least one away. Okay, so I could kill the Skogr Queen. I think I will do so. Nice job. Okay, we've taken a fair bit of armor damage at this point. But I don't think anyone has taken a significant amount of strength damage at this point on our part. Rook is standing he's standing in a place where he should not be standing, which is on the right next to the explosive. So he's going to spend a couple willpower to get over here. And then he could do a nasty thing right now to this Skogr Queen, couldn't he? Get marked prey. That means that Skogr Queen is going to be hit by everyone who is capable of hitting her, which is a lot of people. Nice job. And the bombs went off and hit no one. That's excellent. Ouch, that hurt a lot. Okay, well somebody needs to deal with that slinger because that slinger is at full health. And it's going to wreak some havoc. Right now we've got Egil who is going to go up and attempt to do so. Good Axe Storm on him, but that, the Axe Storms would likely be blocked by armor because his armor is still fairly high. So I'm going to try to do as much armor breakage as I can. Stunned. Oh right, that thing was stunned. Okay, that was great. Now there are no more bombs on the screen, so we can reassemble into our shield wall and continue the assault. What about Bloody Flail? 4 attacks at 1 strength and break each. Okay, yeah, I think I'll go do that. I'll give him that. Ooh, brutality. Alright, well that dog is effectively out of the battle. Okay, Gudmundur, I would rather not lose him. And so I'm going to run him as far away as his speed can carry him. And he can stonewall himself too. Okay, he took a little bit of a shot to the armor, but generally speaking that's okay. Scafax, we're going to do some damage here. Skathak wants to finish off this Skogr Queen, I think, and then Rook can move through Skathak as necessary because of his ability as a landsman. Well, actually, I think that he could be better served by inflicting a stun on this guy. He also, yeah, he was stunned as a result of that before. And then he will continue the pursuit. This dog queen disappears, but it's really not going to accomplish anything at this point. Okay, who has the highest strength? We would like to reduce the strength of this slinger here, so we will. What kind of nasty abilities can I use on him? Because I've got so much willpower. And I'm so fond of saying, I know. I continually say. Oh, if we pin him to the spot. That's a good attack to use on one of these slingers who keeps moving. They have the ability to move away from us, which makes it less convenient for us to beat on them. Ooh, savage. I suspect that this is the kind of battle where we're going to have to fight multiple waves. So I'm going to try to conserve my willpower a little bit. I'm not using every attack at full strength, as you can see. We can effectively put this slinger out of the action. This shot here, now he's got 3 strength. He's got virtually nothing. He's going to throw, but it's going to do nothing. Oh, he took off a little bit of armor there. The Eagle's doing fine. He's down to 16, which is still very high. Okay, without using any willpower to get there, Eagle can finish this guy off. She will do. That mule kick that can stun, yeah, that's particularly nasty. Alright, well, since there's no bombs that could prevent us from doing so, why don't we reassemble our shield wall? For 1 willpower, I can help Skathak out up there. Can I run through in one of these directions? Can I run him through? Okay, alright, no. Alright, that's fine. I'm not so worried at this point. Maybe I'm overconfident, but I don't think so. Okay, he rested. He gets a willpower back. This creature reappeared, but it's not going to do anything because it has 1 strength. I've never particularly found those skulkers that effective Even the vile skulkers. Whether or not we're talking about the vile ones or the, the well-groomed ones, neither of them is particularly effective because their strength is just not particularly high. Despite their ability to turn invisible, it seems like it would be a great thing. I didn't use a willpower there, I probably could have. Oh well. I'll stay here and keep benefiting from the shield wall. Ooh, she took a bit of a hit there, didn't she? Alright, so that guy is still basically at full strength. Alright. If I move down there, I could still get a shot on him, and I'd be less likely to be a target for the remaining slingers, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, this guy's armor needs to be reduced. And so that's just what I'll do. Okay, great, he moved up there as a result of the hit. Okay, Rook. If I mark prey on this guy, then I think we can finish him. Not quite, but he's basically ineffective at this point. Okay. Eagle can finish the slinger. Even if they have no strength, they can still do armor break on us. And he's capable of promotion again. Eagle's a beast. Yeah, well, for something with one strength, yeah, I mean, like I was just saying, they can still do a significant amount of armor breakage, so you don't want to leave guys alive who you could potentially finish. That guy's got one strength, we want to finish off these guys with one strength. And it seems like the Skogr Queen actually has 4 armor breakage. So that's someone who we want to finish off. His robustness saved him. I'll rest and get a willpower. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I can do a mule kick there, which will send one through the other. And I'll end my turn there, and then we can get the shield wall. How's he doing? Okay, his strength is still good. And now it's safe for her to ride back into battle because then she can benefit from the shield wall. She's down. Ooh, Rook took something. Rook's still okay as far as strength goes. Okay. This guy needs his approval again. It isn't needed, but it's sort of a nice to have. Because now I can do a lot more damage to him. The power of my soul. As Mana War would put it. There's going to be a lot of Mana War references on this channel in case you're new. Who are the kings of metal, by the way. Who doesn't know that? Alright. Bam. And that's all she wrote. I suspect there's going to be another wave now. Nope. Renown grows. Aego's ready for promotion. For promotion, even. Plus 12 renown. That's still probably not going to be sufficient to promote somebody, but at least we have some renown. Well, I guess we had 5. Yeah, that's still not going to do it, is it? It's still not going to do it, is it? I can't stop doing these accents. They interfere with my ability to do my standard American accent. Your numb arms remind you of chopping lumber back in Skogr, but with more blood and fear involved. And I don't want to say that that's just how I like it, but if it's a choice between chopping wood and chopping dredge, you know what I'm going to pick. Other men fill in the gaps where you've moved on. Holding the dredge at bay is easier work than pushing them back. More trouble further down the wall beckons, and there is no time to rest. And the proverbial beat goes on. Oh wow, the beatings go on. As Sonny and Cher would put it. Ooh, the wall really did get messed up, didn't it? Perhaps this is going to be a... oh wait, we have 32 renown. The sight of a mender surprises you. They've emerged from their libraries and are weaving patterns in the air to repair the splintered wood. It looks like dangerous work, and I'll bet I'm going to have to protect them. How can we help? Oddleif shouts up to one standing on rubble, trying to wrestle away the sheared log. He speaks softly, but makes it clear that they need replacement wood and stone to patch the damage. It may be dangerous for us to linger alone, Petrus tells you, pointing out some watching from a distance. Other houses waiting to see what you do, making plans of their own. Okay. Yeah, I think primarily our job here is to fight. Because otherwise we may get attacked by by opportunistic civilians who don't care about the fact that the dredge are attacking and just want to do whatever they can to seize power in the city. Obviously it's in complete chaos because here we are basically at the edge of the world, by the way, for those of you who need to be caught up here who haven't watched the other videos. This is one of the last cities existing in the world that we're currently in. And we're trying to defend it from these people, these dredge who are attacking. Probably just with the goal of getting away from the darkness that is consuming the rest of the world rapidly. But of course there's no way to know whether Arberrang is going to prove to be a refuge against the darkness. All the evidence would suggest that it isn't. But let's send word to the caravan. Before long, familiar faces arrive carrying fresh building supplies. You reluctantly leave them in harm's way and continue onward, but the cause is worthy. You hope it pays off for everyone eventually. I just lost some clansmen who presumably didn't make it in pursuit of said worthy cause. Maybe that would have been a battle and an opportunity to get renown. My men are spread too thin, too much going on. That's an interesting tree. Look at the horizon, so many just standing around watching. I guess if it's the end of the world, what are you going to do? Other hoses, they're waiting for us to fall before they step in. Damn it! Where are those barrels? Oddleif came up with this plan in like 5 seconds to drop all these explosive barrels on Ray's, who is the Sundr that is currently attacking the wall of this city with a giant grappling hook. It's as good a plan as any. Although, the word on the street is that Sundr actually cannot be killed. At least that's true with respect to one of the Sundr, who we know from the first game, known as Belor. A mob of dangerous size is gathering ahead of the harbor. You can see the bobbing masts of ships lurching from the harbor, heavy with people. Petrus swears, "If sailing away was an option, we would have done it by now." "The seas are poisoned like everything else around here," spits Petrus. No doubt the serpent's blood. "It chews away the wood and the fish are dead. There's nothing out there but death." Let's hear.
You're just going to let them?
I had guards keeping these ships locked down, but we had to pull them to the walls. Not much we can do to stop it now. We don't waste any more time or energy trying. You move on, worried that you've already taken too much time here. Well, I think I did my best not to consume a lot of time, but nonetheless my morale declined. Maybe there was a way to be even more curt about that, and refuse to deal with it. This must be a giant city. We've got this... Well, I guess, yeah, it's one of the biggest cities that we've been in, certainly in this game. Look at all these Viking-style longhouses. These backgrounds are so lovingly done. Smashbot says, "Snake, surprise." In fact, there is a snake in this game. There is a giant serpent that is eating the world. And hopefully, probably at some point in this game, we are going to get a snake surprise in the form of having to fight it in some manner. Although it doesn't seem like the kind of thing that could be fought. It's just freaking massive. Families, elderly, and children are still pressed up against the walls in staggering numbers. With no room to spread out, they're caught in the midst of the marauding dredge. Oh dear. "We can't just leave them to fend for themselves," Oddleif says. You wonder what choice you have. I think we will strike hard at the dredge. You charge into the nearest startled dredge, executing them before they can coordinate. Unarmed townsfolk scatter away from the fighting as best they can, and you move on before dredge come. Oh, well, I thought that was going to be another battle. This looked to me like it was sort of an opportunity to take a series of battles. But that hasn't been happening so far. Oh, and Smashbot, while you're here, just let me know if the audio is an issue. I think this is the best audio setup that I've had so far. As you can see, I got this new mic, which you actually recommended to me very generously. I've got it in a unidirectional mode, and so it's I think it's sounding pretty good. I listened to a test video that I did. Splitting your time between helping people and fighting dredge is taking its toll, but something else feels wrong. A different kind of wrong. As if anything more could go wrong in this situation. Petrus slows you with a hand on your shoulder. Remember those powerful men in Arberrang we talked about? I think they've decided to make their move. This is the face everyone's so afraid of, sneers a man with a face tattoo. A real reason to NKOTB sound great. The new kids on the block do sound great, I completely agree. And presumably new kids on the block are not what you're referring to. But we are, like the new kids on the block, hanging tough right now in Arberrang as the world crumbles around us. You remember seeing him again amongst Ruga's loyalists. A few dozen grizzled fighters have blades drawn. You notice they wear the crests of many different houses. Well, I noticed that I'm going to kill them. Dogs, leave them to me, Petrus says, mustering his guards. Ruga's stink is all over us. Go make him end this now or it'll keep happening. Do whatever it takes.
I'll get to Rugga after I deal with this myself.
Ruga's not the only one who can deliver messages, you're damn right. You're not wrong about that, but let's make it quick. Oh, you bet I will. You want something done, you gotta do it yourself. Alright, well I think that this, well nobody went down in the previous battle, so I think we're in pretty good shape at the moment. Oh, but I have the opportunity to promote at this point. Egil is 10th level. Skogr is eligible for a promotion. What can I promote him for? 19. Okay. I will do that. I'm coming more around to Skogr being a good character. I like how mobile he is, and particularly with this increase in strength that I'm getting him right now. I would love it if, let's see, maybe he could resist damage a little bit better, hunger down. If he actually could start to fight on the level of our, hard-hitting infantry, like Petrus and so forth. Maybe he's got a strength 15. I think that's even higher than Petrus. So he, it's safe to say, is, I wouldn't say a whirlwind of doom. That term I would reserve for somebody like Hakon. But tragically, Hakon is not with us. But so we're going to have to go with the less strong horseborn Teulu. Okay. So now we've got 13 renown. I don't think that'll be sufficient to promote anybody else. No, it's not. Okay. Let's go earn some more renown, shall we? Oddlife actually has some points available. Okay, that's interesting. Unfortunately, her strength and shield, her strength and armor are not the best. Check your items. Well, I've assigned items to everyone. She definitely needs to be able to hunker down. She could also use this artery strike ability, which increases her chance to critically hit, which is a great thing to do with arrows. It's one way to have fun with arrows. What about this? What about armor break abilities? You search for broken straps or torn mail and make them pay. Okay, so this increases her armor break ability, puncture. Puncture she already has a chance to do, so hopefully that stacks with her existing chance to puncture as a result of being a bowman or bow person. Maybe we'll give her another point of hunger down, because it would be very helpful to have an odd leaf who was resistant to armor damage on the battlefield. But in any case, we are ready for battle. Oh, you Smashbot just wanted to know if if there were better items that I could assign. There's this drum that I have that's level 12, but I don't have any level 12 characters at the moment, so I can't assign it to anyone yet. But I'm eager to see what it can do.
You're going to come after us at a time like this? No cure for the hearts of men.
They above all else desire power. All right, so what do we got here? This is not an army. You're all pigs. All right, we have one of these. These guys are dangerous. These cragsmen. Okay, shield wall and axe storm. Okay, so he's basically like a raidsman, cragsman bile hurler, but they do not hurl bile, contrary to their name. They hurl arrows, and they do it pretty effectively, but not as effectively as we do it, as we're about to see. Thrasher and loyalist. Okay, okay, these guys can shield wall. All right. I think what we want to do is we want to send Skogr after the enemy archers. So we'll put him there on the flanks. Everybody else will advance in the same formation that we previously used. And the shield wall is going to be very important for preventing us from taking unnecessary archer damage. So she'll be there, and we'll try to benefit from the shield wall to the extent that she can. Now we sound the drums of war. Yes, these enemy humans have indeed, Smashbot, proven themselves to be savages. As per the song. Alright. And because of my morale, which is still great, we get that morale bonus, which is wonderful. Alright, let's move Ego forward. And we'll have him use his stone wall to avoid unnecessary archer damage. No! That's what happens when you try to attack Ego, particularly if he has his stone wall ability up. Well, since that guy has chosen to come forward like a good thrasher, like a good bloodthirsty thrasher should, we're going to give him what he desires. I can blade flail him, but that will not be as successful before I reduce his armor, so that's what I will do. He has pretty high armor break. This thrasher's going to come forward. He wants to fight as well. So do I. Can this guy axe storm? No, but he can stone wall, which is going to be very beneficial when it comes to preventing people from taking armor damage. So he'll stone wall because he might as well, since there's no target in range for him to attack. The archers are not in range to hit us yet. That is great. I might as well go up here and shield wall with Eagle, and then try to hit the archer on the next turn. Now that Skathak is up to strength 15, he is going to be a serious pain for those archers. We've got this Cragsman. Also, they're not in a very effective formation at this time. I'm going to join the shield wall back here, and then I'm going to dish out some damage. That's quite significant. But the Thrasher is still dangerous even if you lower their strength significantly, because they can still do their, as their name implies, thrash, or, oh, she used a lot of willpower for that. Yep, and so I took somewhat of a hit, but it was an armor hit, so it's not of immediate concern quite yet. Rook is going to move up. He might as well get the shield wall on him, and then he will take a shot at this guy, who, given our high amount of willpower, I might as well finish off. Oh, nasty, as they say, a nightmare. Okay, he used 3 willpower for that. I almost feel sorry for you. Okay, Agil will move over and press the attack. This guy's armor's still pretty high, so I'm going to need to do some breakage. The Thrashers really love speed metal, mainly Anthrax. Well, yeah, I mean, it would be kind of sad if they were brothers of metal, right, and I had to kill them. Because brothers should never fight, as Manowar would tell us. But, you know, sometimes the world is ending, and sometimes there's a giant serpent eating the world, and so on, and people's loyalties just aren't the same. Let's see, I'm going to continue creating the shield. Well, I think the shield wall, this is a good place to sit. Well, we have those 2 archers up there. That's a significant opportunity. That's going to be 2 willpower, but I've got it to spare. Yeah, we want to start dealing some damage to these archers here. Who, for by archer standards, have pretty high armor. Ooh, nasty. Critical for 8. Critical is double. He's going to throw axes at me and get nothing. Which is the typical result whenever you attack Ava. You'd think they would know by now. Oh, the archer set a trap for me. Okay, well that was sneaky. But it's not going to save them. Skogr will come up. Hopefully he's not going to step into a trap as well. Skogr will finish this archer. Excellent. And then prepare to attack the other one. Actually, that was a mistake. I should have gone into the shield wall, but it's okay. The enemy really doesn't have much left at this point. Ooh! Alright, well, I'm going to have to get him out of there. Okay, we need to reduce his strength. Yeah, we're still above our maximum willpower, so we might as well hit him as hard as we can. Yeah, that's going to reduce his ability to hurt us. He's going to take another shot at him, yeah. Well, thankfully he didn't get finished there. He was close, though. Okay, Rook can kill this Thrasher. He can do it from where he's currently standing. So, take a seat. Ooh! These artery strikes are vicious. Yep, okay, we ended up bringing Good Wunder down. That's unfortunate, but, yeah, not completely unexpected in this situation. This guy's armor needs to be reduced, so we'll do that. Archer's going to take a shot, but will not be effective, I suspect. Oh, the archer set a trap. Okay, well, I'm not that concerned about that, really. We still need to go gunning for this archer. Is he the one who can axe storm? He can run. What does run through do again? 2 break in each tile and normal strength damage. Okay, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Ooh, savage. I almost can't watch. Oh, yeah, okay. He's doing a somewhat smart thing, which is providing his shield wall to the archer. But, as we can see, it's not going to save the archer. And Skogr is the perfect person, or should I say half-horse being, to deal with the situation. Yeah, he's still above his maximum willpower, so he can afford to spend some willpower to score a kill there, and then benefit from the shield wall. Kragsman is going to hit. Well, okay. Thought he was actually doing more damage. Okay, I can get back that way, and then no. Okay. Okay, this is Canary here. Alright, I'm going to get the Eagle's shield wall, and then I can attack. I want to do some armor break. Okay, just to do a little equipment demonstration, this is what Mark Prey does, in case you haven't seen this Smashbot. This is a nasty ability. Then everybody hits him. He's still alive with 1 strength. But that did quite a number on him, as you can see. They were audacious, thinking that they could attack me. Goodwinter went down. I'm not that concerned about that. Of anybody who was going to go down in that battle, yeah, I think he would be the preferable one to do so. As callous as that may sound. You know, in a situation where the world is ending, you've got to triage, right? It's not about liking bloodshed. I know, I'll stop saying that. I'm sorry, that's becoming repetitive. More loyalists lurk in the shadows, unsure whether to press the attack. An unexpected sound begins to seep into the cacophony of battle, the tolling of bells. "What is it now? Another breach?" shouts Oddleaf. "Worse," replies Petrus. "Tradition! The king is dead!" You look up to the great hall resting on the black rock plateau and see thin blue smoke rising from the flue. Rugga's loyalists cheer and laugh, raising their axes to the sky even as they retreat from the fight, as well they should. A knot forms in your stomach and you're already heading toward the prison. "Rugga's going to suffer for this." Oh, I'm sorry, that was Oddleaf. "Rugga's going to suffer for this," insists Oddleaf. And now, before we do anything further here, let's check out the hero situation. We've got 40 renown, which is great. So I believe there are some people here who are eligible for promotion. We want to substitute someone in for Gudmundur because he's taking a penalty of -1 strength, which actually is not that terrible. Alio is the poet, who I found to be fairly useless, unfortunately. Tryggvi, I recall him being a decent character. Embolden grants willpower when he kills someone next to an ally. Okay. Yeah, hit pig sticker, and he also has an ability that increases his critical chance. Okay. Right. That's a good thing to use on dredge slingers, that impale ability. If they move away, then they take additional damage, which then they automatically move away whenever you hit them. So, I'm going to bring Tryggvi in to replace Gudmundur. Does Tryggvi have points at this point? No. Who else can gain a level? Well, virtually everybody, but I think we should focus on the people who are 9th level and need to become 10th. What about Canary? Yeah, sure, I'd love to promote Canary. Alright, now she has a couple points. Her honor can go up, and her strength can go up to 15, which is huge. Now she's got the same strength as that melee centaur, Skathok. I believe we still have the ability to promote. No, it takes 21, okay. Alright, so we're probably about to fight another battle, at which point we will promote him. Or after which we shall do so. We can get Tryggvi a kill or two, and that will allow him, hopefully, to get a promotion. Alright, let's see here. Tryggvi, I'm trying to find out what magic item he should use. Well, I guess we can take that issue up when we get into battle, if we get some sort of sense of what we're going to be fighting. Alright. The only alternative, we've got 5 days of supplies. If we rest for a day, then we get Gudmundur back. Alright. Let's talk to our friend Ruga. He crashed furiously through Ruga's cell door, grabbing his full attention.
This has to end, now. There are people dying by the minute to a Sundr, the walls falling as we speak, and still your clansmen fight against us. I don't deserve all the credit. There are many players in this game. This is no Feyen board game,
which I assume is a profanity in the Banner Saga world.
Now Meinolf is dead, and your men revel in it. We're all about to join him.
You had every opportunity to come sooner and make a deal? Sounds like you need me now more than ever.
Are you kidding me? You've lost your only... Why should we even let you live now?
Lass, Meinolf died days ago. He just didn't know it. That poison had no cure. When I learned the Menders were forbidden from touching the mind, I found a suitable venom. He died in his sleep, dreaming the most horrific visions, or so I've been told.
You vicious son of a bitch!
Have you ever witnessed a city turn hungrily upon itself, like a starving wolf eating his own cubs? Have you witnessed the rape, slaughter, and torture of thousands, the sounds and the smells of it? I have. Oh, and when that chaos spills over the edge, there is no cure, just like Meinolf. Should I die, you will see these things for yourself, I promise you that. So maybe now you will listen carefully to what I want.
Only if your followers raise a hand to help instead of hunting us.
They could be convinced. All it would take is joining your banner to mine, and make you the ruler of the end of the world. Don't worry, I'll leave you in charge of the war. It's peacetime I care about. I'll even remain locked up here for now, if it makes it easier for you to swallow.
Why would I believe a word you say?
You shouldn't. Let the banner speak for us. You'll be under my protection, and nobody will dare touch you. I'm a man of peace at heart. Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't really trust Ruga at all. I'm going to tell him no. This is not a game you win by choosing not to play. Do you know why I do this? Do what, you piece of trash? Deceive, leech on mankind?
Why I speak on behalf of the people you despise so much. Why I have always done so. Because they will always be here, no matter how hard you pretend they don't exist. There's nothing more infuriating or terrifying than not being heard. So they give me their power. I am the will of the people. As long as that's true, you can't brush me aside. I'll always be here. You've poisoned enough minds for one lifetime. Stay here and rot. We'll see which of us ends up rotting first. You don't like the implication. As you call for extra guards on the cell, an excited man runs to meet you. They're ready with the barrels, he shouts. Yeah, Ruga has repeatedly shown himself to be completely untrustworthy, so I'm not going to make another deal with him. Alright. We've got heroes, we've got the market, but, yeah, well, let's see what's at the market. The sowing dart. Okay, +3 execute talents. Okay. The only one that we can afford is the sowing dart, but I think I'm going to save my renown to do promotions, and I only need 2 more renown to promote Skothok, so that's what I'm going to save in order to... Alright, so let's see what's happening. Let's see what calamity is about to face us next. We happen upon Ursa after the tolling of the bells coming from the Great Hall. She looks distant. I'm sorry Ludin couldn't be here. I know he meant a lot to you. I meant a lot to him. And I wish we could have done more to save his father. If you learn to turn back time, let me know.
You nod knowingly.
How did you and Ludin meet?
She smiles to herself for a long time. You wonder if she's just being Ursa, but realize she's probably reliving a few memories.
Childhood.
You knew him for that long.
It happens when you share blood.
What do you mean? Ursa, were you Ludin's sister? The king's daughter? Meinolf always claimed that he only had a single son.
Kings do who they please.
You mean what they please?
No. It's like that song from Digital Underground. Do what you like. Do who you like.
She puts a finger to her lips and gives a soft shush.
It's safe with me. I'm even more sorry that we couldn't save King Meinolf.
I'm not.
You nod knowingly. Alright.
Everyone thought you died in that forest fire. How did you escape?
Witchcraft.
She doesn't seem to have any more to say about this issue. You nod knowingly. Again.
Where did you learn to use a bow like that? The flaming arrows.
Nobody gave me permission.
So you just picked it up on your own? I guess I'm not surprised.
Why would you be surprised?
I'm not. Like I just said.
Good.
You nod knowingly. We're not going to get an intelligent conversation out of this guy any more than we could out of the spearman.
What will you do now?
Marry a sailor, make lots of children, take up basket weaving.
You respond with a blank stare until you see the thin crack of a smile.
And burn all the dredge to black coals.
Well, at least you know you can be trusted to do that. One day, lad, all this will be yours. What, the curtains? No, not the curtains, lad. Is that a little Simpsons quote, Smashbot?
Take care of yourself, Ursa.
I always have.
Now let's light those barrels, because she likes to light things. She's just a pyromaniac at heart. Ursa smiles and blows you a kiss as she goes to the walls, which might be weird if you didn't know it's just Ursa being herself. Oh, Monty Python, of course. Alright. What is that? What does that even say up there? Oh, I see. What does that say? Ruin. Okay. That's the ruin created by the mighty grappling hook of the Sundr. We've got 19 renown, which is still not enough to do the promotion that we want. We went to the market. We had the conversation that we need to have, so it appears that the next step is to have a battle. Nets have been wrapped around the barrels of oil, and horseborn wait at the ready, prepared to deliver them in a moment's notice. Skothok trots nervously atop the walls.
That must be every oil barrel in the city, Oddleaf says, looking at the full nets. Couldn't have gotten half this many without the varl.
Ursa is preparing several archers with flaming arrows. She looks the happiest you've ever seen her.
Let's hope this works, she says.
The anchor comes again, a dark streak. The horseborn are already gone, pulling along the netting. Where the obsidian hook punches through the wall, they heave the barrels over the top. The net catches and is pulled back toward Ruin.
No!
Shouts Ursa. Licks of fire flit through the air like fireflies buzzing into the night, gently floating down, down. An explosion rips into the battlefield, rattling the earth and engulfing the Sundr, blowing dirt and dust into the sky. Cheers erupt spontaneously all the way down the walls. Even the dredge have stopped their assault to watch.
Is it done?
You wonder. As the dust finally thins, you see Ruin rising, staggering. Cheering dies in throats.
She's wounded, Oddleaf cries. We have to finish it now!
Come, you hear shouted from the ground below. Canary flings her hair back and smiles. Her horseborn look ready to run.
We go quickly.
Oddleaf stifles an ecstatic gasp when she realizes what Canary intends. You scramble onto horseborn backs, soon finding yourself racing through hordes of dredge you would have crashed against on foot. But the dredge come in endless waves, eventually slowing you to a crawl. They surround you from all sides until all you can see are black stone and yellow eyes. That doesn't sound good. Over your shoulder, you hear the heavy clang of metal on black armor and the Varl shove past with fire in their eyes.
Up, Hunter! We'll find the path this time,
Hakon crows. Then over the din of battle, a drumming rhythm draws your attention. To your right, a cloud of dust is rising, approaching swiftly, until it collides with the army of dredge, tossing bodies into the air. And it looks like it's time to fight. Isn't it always? Alright. Right, indeed. Okay, we've got Hakon, Gunnulf, and Mogr back. That is wonderful. We definitely want Mogr back in the fight. We definitely want Hakon back in the fight. Nobody's 12th level yet. But this is a very effective party here. You're about to see the dredge really, or not the dredge, rather. The other party has the dredge in it. That dredge can really lay down a beating. But so can Hakon and Mogr. Did I gain any renown? No. Okay. So no promotions quite yet. I'd love to promote Mogr or Skafak to level 10. Mogr is not wielding, it does not have a magic item right now. Giving a Varl extra movement sounds great to me, because Varl are notoriously slow. And now, get me back into the fight! Alright, this is going to be climactic, isn't it? I'm sure this is not the end of the game, but... Okay, so that is the Sundr Ruin. Are we going to be given any information about Ruin? Untouchable. On Ruin's turn, she pushes back all units adjacent to her. Irresistible gravity stone pulls units to it. Stone explodes on Ruin's next turn. Immovable object. Protective barrier regenerates strength and armor. Okay, so it seems that we want to get up to Ruin and start bringing the pain as quickly as we can. Apart from Ruin, well, you see that there are a bunch of dredge soldiers, but there's nothing that is that impressive. We have a Scourge Annihilator, which is a strength of 22. Okay, I stand corrected. That is a very formidable dredge unit. The rest of these are the elite versions of the typical grunts that we see. Okay, stepping into fire obviously is bad. But in any event, let's try to make it up to the enemy as quickly as we can. Let's see here. I think we want to send Mogr at that big dredge over there. He's certainly... I'm confident in Mogr's ability to fight anyone, or at least hold them off for a long period of time. Okay. Over here, we will proceed trying to get as many people behind the shield wall as we can. We've got Hakon here. Actually, you know what? he can go behind Egil, and then Egil can protect everybody with the shield wall. We're going to have to smash through this debris, but that's something that Hakon can do in one turn. Okay, Canary. Canary will start back here. She's extremely mobile. And we've made ready.
What in the depths was that?
Apparently some horseborn are joining the fight. So we might need some reinforcements. Oh yeah, sit down.
I haven't swung a hammer in a century, but that doesn't mean I have forgotten how.
I'll let you do the voice acting game.
It's Ubin.
Does that mean we're going to command Ubin? Oh, Ubin has some pretty, he has some pretty respectable stats. Okay, he adds 1 to strength damage dealt by allies and himself while adjacent to the ally. Oh, that's great. He can Tempest as well, reveal weakness. Okay, so he has a Mark Prey type ability as well. That's great. I'm very happy about that. Okay, well, we want to cover a lot of distance, so Egil's going to move up as far as he can. He's the Stonewall himself. That's the reason why we have Egil first in the turn order, because he can do Stonewall. Okay, my goodness, that guy's big.
I hope I'm wrong, but legends speak of Sundr that can heal themselves.
This guy does appear to be one of those Sundr, doesn't he? Okay, so now we have some horseborn. A cantrip is a javelin thrower. We would like to come up and... Okay, we can pin this guy. And reduce his movement. We might as well. We got a slinger who's gonna... Yeah, if we can actually get up to him, or her. I guess it's a her. This is a horseborn Teulu, a horseborn... Wow, old guy's rock. Indeed. He's probably several hundred years old. I think we want this thing out of the way. So I'm going to mule to him. I guess this is not a very important enemy unit in the grand scheme of things, and we just want to get up to it. We want to get close to Ruin. Okay, Ruin is healing. Ow. It's a good thing we have these random NPCs that join the fight, so they'll take those hits for us. Okay, I can... Alright. I can move Ubin, apparently. Yeah, Ubin, you know... Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to be scoring a lot of kills and getting a lot of willpower in this battle, so... I will attack this dredge here. Oh, he doesn't have the Sundering impact. Ooh, that was a lot of more damage. Well, again, it's a good thing that we have these these NPCs. All right. Okay, Hakon has to get up there immediately. He needs to break this barrier because he's so large. Come on, big boy, let's see what you got.
Let's see what you got.
In case you'd like to walk through some fire. If you feel like doing that, feel free to do so as well. Oh, you do want to walk through the fire, don't you? Ooh, it's a nasty strength damage, isn't it? But I also inflicted disease on him. With my return the favor. Okay, can this horseborn, can he move through the enemy? Or he can move through friends? It seems that he cannot. Alright. Okay, I use willpower to keep advancing. Okay, this dredge is healing. Oh my god, that hurt a lot. Alright, there's Ubin who just took 15 points of damage. I guess we somehow had to get closer to this Sundr more quickly. But, or maybe this kind of thing is expected to happen. I think the latter is probably the case. I could spend 3 willpower. Well, I do have a lot of willpower, so I'll use it. Because we really got to clear these guys out of the way. We just got to start doing some damage everywhere. I'm going to finish off this thing. He's going to throw some explosives, but we need to move up anyway. Is that 3 willpower? Yeah, it is. Okay. But we have to keep moving. I'd like to take a shot up there. Take a shot from Ego, which I will do because I just want to clear out all this debris here. This debris that is the random dredge. Ow. Well, better the cantrip than the horse bomb. I hate to say. Ubin is going to have to go down fighting. Okay, we've got, unfortunately, we have some bombs there. Hopefully, if I'm in this square, I'm not going to end up taking damage from the bomb. And I can destroy this barricade here as well. Ooh, he's standing in the fire. Ooh, nasty. Yeah, the fact that dredge had to walk through so much fire is creating a problem, or certainly equalized matters to some degree. I would like this horseborn to go up there and present a target. Okay, he can hit this guy. He can hit the boss. He will use pin. Okay, whenever he's hit, he pushes everyone around him away. He's going to kill Ubin right now. No, he gave a sound smasher to my friend Skogr. Who's even moving right now? Oh, him. Okay. Okay, he's going to move over there and try to do some armor break damage. Okay, he can't do that because of the positioning. No, he's not going to end his turn. He's going to armor break with all he's got. And I believe everyone is going to be forced away now. Might as well get out of there. Oh, he took some damage from the bomb, too. Alright. Well, we lost some non-essential personnel. I hate to refer to them that way. It's very frustrating. Okay, the slinger is finished. That one is not playing. Largely just because we want them out of our way. Okay, I can hit this guy. What we want to do is we want to bring the pain. Right. I'm going to bring the pain to 2. Armor damage, that's nice. Good, this thing's armor is already, it's almost gone. I'm going to be able to do a lot of strength damage. Okay. He's going to boldly sacrifice himself in order to reduce some of the Sundr's armor. If I mule kick him, would that stun him? He is stunned. I stunned him. That's excellent. I'm gonna stay the hell away from him because he could kill me. Okay, that did no damage, thankfully. I'm gonna try to stay relatively far away from the Sundr. But we really have to focus our efforts on him. In terms of breaking down. Yeah, okay, we still have the Hellform still alive, which is great. If I move up there, can Rook take a shot? Yes, he can. We need to leave space for Hakon to get in there. Because he is really going to bring proverbial noise and fun. Oh, we can critical on this guy too. Yeah, that gold wasp item really helped me in this battle. Because I think Skogr is going to finish this guy now who had higher strength than him. Ago is going to no, he's not going to do that because we have to get Hakon up there. So actually, Ago is going to move there, putting himself directly in harm's way, but he's got high armor. And he's going to continue to break the armor of Ruin. And, you know, ooh, yep. But it did nothing to Ago because that's just how Ago rolls. Just not taking damage from anything. Okay, well, he moved away, which presents, I guess, a little bit of a problem. This horse spawn cantrip, there's not much that he can really do at this point. His strength is very low. He served us nobly. And we'll spend more time from the horn. And take as much armor as I can off of this dredge out of the way. Okay, good. Okay, Hakon, as I said, is not playing. Took no damage from the fire, he didn't even care at this point. Oh, savage, 36 damage. Okay, thankfully he did not hit Hakon. Alright, well his strength is very low now. He served with honor, but he's going to move back to try to avoid going down in this battle. Okay, we're almost in pillage mode here. I could do 10 to him. I think that's worth it. 10 to ruin him. He's not coming back from that. Ooh. All I took was 3 armor. Oh, that's because his strength is so reduced. It's only fitting that Rook should get the finish here. Him being the protagonist of this story. He's become quite the Sundr Slayer. And the Slinger still wants to fight. Well, credit to him for that. Credit where it's due, but he's going to die with honor. Hakon, as I said, is not playing. Ooh. It's just hard to watch when Hakon swings that axe. Ruined, indeed he was. Hakon is ready for promotion. And isn't playing. Skogr went down. Did we lose anybody else? Is Ubin in the party now? That's a decent amount of her now. Alright, well that, I think all things considered, was a glorious victory. But the tales tell that you, a humble hunter from a small forest town, stood against not one but 2 Sundr, indeed. Now Ruin lies dead at your feet, and quite ruined. Dredge keep their distance as you limp back to the city, and as well they should. The people of Arberrang watch silently from behind the walls, afraid to believe what they see. Suddenly cheers ring out around you, rising into a chorus of adulation. Even if a few dour clansmen stare with hard eyes, most likely Ruga's loyalists. They're chanting your name, Oddleaf grins, you reply.
Only because they don't know yours yet.
34 renown. Hours pass since the siege. You find Oddleaf on the ramparts looking out into the distance.
The darkness sure seems a lot closer than before Ruin appeared. Listen, I've been meaning to ask you something. Looking back on the last few days, have I been acting too recklessly?
You mean, you told me you were offering and I told you I was accepting?
You do seem to be taking charge lately. What's changed?
I was hoping you wouldn't notice. I don't know. I guess it's about you. I try to care about everyone, but it's hard not to put you first in my heart. The thought of losing you now. I've never regretted giving you the banner, but it's a struggle to stay silent. I feel like I'm the only one arguing with stubborn men for the greater good.
The greater good.
If I dare show the same confidence, well, they have words for women like that. It wears you down. Aren't we all fighting for the same thing?
Yep, this isn't the time to be worried about being called names. If Juno doesn't make it after
Everything we've been through.
you hear the shuffle of large footsteps behind you.
Nothing's changed. We'll deal with whatever comes. Keep hope. Look how many have survived the Sundr today, thanks to our efforts. Be glad for that.
Speak for yourself, Ubin. How did you get the Horseborn tribes to leave Dalalond?
Ah, well, when you learn someone's language, you can speak to them, you see.
I wish they were more like you, Ubin.
It's a long story, friends, a long story. But the short of it is that the dredge are also in the south, as many as here.
You look over the wall's edge where the dredge have withdrawn in the absence of ruins. They mill aimlessly, as the dredge are wont to do. In just a moment.
Why just give up? They've still got the numbers to overwhelm us.
I'm not sure they were ever into this fight to begin with.
I think we're all looking for some peace right now, even the dredge. Damn them, the silence is almost worse than the fighting.
A new sound slowly begins to take its place, a warbling moan that fills you with unease and makes your hair stand on end.
Should we be worried about this?
I don't know, they're just standing there. It's almost as if they're crying.
This is worse. This is worse than the silence.
Maybe they're just feeling the pressure a little sooner than us. The darkness doesn't care whose side you're on.
The hounds are a-hungered, and Froggy is a-courting. Now we go to the other side of the world, in the midst of the darkness, where another ragtag band, composed of even unlikelier heroes, including a dredge and a witch and so forth, are fighting for their lives. It's pretty gloomy. Our morale declined. We didn't even do anything yet. That's how gloomy it is.
Look out, you bark.
Bulwark has been gaining ground in the caravan since Feeling Strand, but now he's in a full-on sprint. An axe flies toward Ivan's head, clanging off Volka's shield at the last moment. Static crackles. Bolts of lightning rip into the ground, tossing clouds of soot high into the air. But it clears to reveal no body. You can feel Bulwark watching malevolently from afar. Then his warped army turns, disappearing behind a hill.
At least he seems to remember the sting, Ivan huffs.
Volka shakes her head, picking up the engraved axe Bulwark through.
This is a prized possession made from his own horn. The only reason he'd throw it is because he thought he could end this here and now.
She hangs the axe on her belt and stares out into the darkness. I'm more worried about the Bulwark I can't see than the one I can. And for now, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to stop. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you all again soon. We will re-enter the Dark Realm, so as not to overwhelm you with too much bloodshed. Because contrary to popular belief, you can't have too much of it. So I will see you all soon, and thank you very much for watching.